Hello out in the Wookieverse. Welcome to the Wild Camp up here in the White Mountains. I guess we're going to call this Camp Myconid. What we're looking at is the start out of the camp. This is where the pups slept their weekend away. They had a little pup tent, tarp over the top to protect them from the rain that we got and the winds, and it kept them pretty comfortable. They made really not a peep at all. They'd get in there, they'd go to sleep, and that was it. Down they went. As you can see, part of the reason why it's called Camp Myconid is there are mushrooms everywhere. So many different varieties. I really got to get better at identifying mushrooms. So I'm betting there's some we could have put in supper and would have been really yummy. Anyway, moving on. There's the kitchen setup, the fire pit, gratuitous puppy picture, and then my shelter for the weekend was just a one tigress backwoods bungalow version 1 tigress tent, as well as the backpacking chairs. The backpacking chairs are real comfy. Worked out real well, especially with the foot pad that I found from another company put on the bottom, because this ground is really spongy. There's a lot of roots in here, and as you can see, it's real spongy. It's all pine needles and moss, and not a lot of stability, as you can see. So inside the tent, I'm using a Nature Hike backpacking cot, and that worked real well. The Rest of Camp inflatable air pillow, and a bunch of snug pack gear for sleeping, and then water. We had to do our own filtering, so we're using Katadyn Be Free and various containers for the different water filters, or for different water containers. Yeah, that's redundant, but there you have it. Of course, don't go anywhere without the Cold Steel Special Forces shovel. That's a great little tool to have in camp. All around we go. This was where the porg slept, and I forget what that is. That's another one tigress, but I can't remember what the name of that one is. So here we have the one tigress tarp. I think it's a 10 by 10. I'm sure it's got other names to it as well, and we'll get back to that in the descriptions. As you can see, the tarp's not bad. Came with 6 tie outs, guidelines, and stakes. So the guidelines have a reflective band in them. I don't know if we'll be able to see it or not, but it really shows up at night when you're using any of your lights, be it standard or even red light. Red light gives a really eerie glow, which is really cool. This is some 100-pound test cordage that I found, and I'm really liking this. It's lightweight, it's thin, and it held up during the winds and the storm that we got. I made prusik loops out of the same stuff because it's such a thin diameter that anything else would just slip on it. If you tried to use like bank line or paracord, anything like that, it would just slip. So when you're doing prusik loops, what I've heard and found is that you've got to be at least 2/3 of the diameter of the main cord that you're tying off onto it for the prusik knot to get a grip on it. I guess that's how it works. So, and it seems to work pretty well on this. Here we have the back shot. There's a tarp all set up. Only guide out in three spots, but kind of blends in fairly well with the the terrain. I like it. It's a nice color. Seems to be heavy duty. Well, not real heavy duty, but it's got a nice coating underneath to keep it waterproof. I'm going to have to look up the stats on that and find out exactly what those are. I'll put those in the description too if anyone's interested. But yeah, I liked it. It's a good setup. As you can see, this terrain is really odd. So there's a hillock here and a little gully, and that was pretty much, that would have been a killer for a lot of time, but with the cot, it really didn't matter too much. I got a nice slope and real comfortable sleep. And here we are. That's complete 360 of the camp. This is what we're doing, and here we go. We're out here. This was the view that we woke up to. There we go. So, looks pretty good. Yeah, lots of rocks. Water was fairly cold, but yeah, it worked out real well. And I guess we're not really all that high. We're only about maybe, what was it? Just a little over 1,400 feet. So we're not extremely high up in altitude right now. Not when we have Mount Washington not too far away at over 6,000 feet. But this was a good camp. Here we are, all set up. So it's the Wookie signing off. We'll catch you in the next one. All right.